What are you doing here? You're interrupting an ongoing
You got an...
Zarek.
If anyone has to go, it's you. I'm here at Arissa's request.
Arissa? That changes things. We're on the same team then. I guess we'll both be searching for whoever's behind the destruction of the silo.
Arissa never mentioned you.
That makes sense. Alexander Azok gave me the assignment. He wants to step up the investigation so he and Commander Arissa are working in parallel to solve this one quickly. But I'm about at the limit of what I can do alone. How about we cooperate?
All right, we'll work together.
Excellent. I've already gathered some information.
And what have you found out so far?
So far, I've found no indication of Skibor's involvement. This accommodation is not significantly different from the others. Same furniture, same equipment. With one exception, the safe. Unfortunately, I haven't been able to open it yet. I levered off a locking mechanism designed to prevent intruders from entering a code. Trouble is, I don't know the damn code.
Well, maybe it can be hacked.
It can't. I already checked. We're not leaving till... Let me know if you find anything.
Not now.
$10.32, $13.57, $19.48, $23.
I found an audio log that might give us a clue.
Respect. I must have missed that. But what makes you think it contains the code?
Because it involves a random series of numbers.
What were those numbers?
10, 32, 13, 57, 19, 48, 23. But I've got a feeling that the message is incomplete.
Not random. These are times. And I know what numbers are missing.
How the hell could you?
These are the exact times Skibor received his Elex rations. It was my job to calculate them for him. The missing number is 14, and I'm pretty sure that if the other three numbers don't do the trick, the last one will open the door. Check it out, then we'll know if I was right.
I'm in. Let's see what Zarek thinks. Skibor's safe is open.
So, what was in it?
Cleric clothing. Does that mean anything to you?
No. It raises a lot more questions. But I want to take a closer look. There must be some kind of clue in there.
Here, knock yourself out.
Interesting.
Huh? What have you found?
Traces of Elex, and there shouldn't be any. Skibor's rations were specially packed, and he consumed them with the seal intact.
Really? Why?
It was necessary to maintain the change he was going through. You accompanied Skibor to the depot, right?
Yeah, so what?
Did you get a chance to look at his stuff on the way over? Did he take any Elex with him? Elex that wasn't sealed?
Yeah, before I went into the depot, he gave me some.
Weird. This whole thing is becoming increasingly complicated. In any case, we should report our find. Arissa's bound to be tearing her hair out already. I got this one. Follow me. Commander Arissa, the investigations at Skibor's quarters have been completed.
Then go run to Azok or get the hell out of my way. It's not you I want to report from.
I think it's imperative that I present the results.
That's gonna have to wait. I need to talk with the man next to you. Why are you working with one of Azok's scouts? You weren't instructed to do that.
Zarek was in Skibor's quarters before me.
That is a lie. I arrived just in time to...
Are you sure that...
His reaction speaks...
Oh yeah, you'd really like that.
Quiet!
I found a cleric's... I also found out he was dealing Elex illegally. The situation is clear.
The situation is I'm about to kick your ass.
Enough! I'm interested. Go to Azok immediately.
But...
Dismissed!
Yes, Commander.
I expect you to carry out my orders to the letter this time.
Then why did you stand up for me?
Because my personal feelings don't affect my actions. Understand that. You don't understand what's at stake, do you? You know what happens if the depot falls? If these endless attacks break our morale? We're barely holding against the invaders as it is. Without our resistance, it's not just Ignodon that will fall. Everything will. The security of this base guarantees everyone's safety, including yours.
I did what you wanted. What else do you want?
I want you to stay on the case. Zarek's approach is flawed. He's unfocused and jumps to the wrong conclusions. The purpose of the attack, who's behind it, we need to know exactly what happened. Whether or not Skibor was in possession of illegal Elex is insignificant compared to our larger problems.
If people keep putting obstacles in my way...
You will manage. You managed. With that in mind, You'll use your vast experience and go to the clerics under Zarek's command. If Skibor really was a double agent, we'll find some evidence of that at their base.
Understood.
Together. Zarek will be keeping an eye on you. Guard! As long as Jax remains in the depot, you will not leave his side. He is to set off immediately with Zarek for the...
Yes, I don't need a fucking babysitter.
And I don't need... Get...
You heard the command. Get back! You're to a company's... Then I'll tell Arissa about... I can't believe you were once in it.
Is that enough? Maybe I should get Baxter. Or maybe not. If I take the 2 crates from last week, I'll still manage to get through another month. We're still missing the camp goods.
Blade has no time for bums like...
What did you just call me?
What? I called you a bum!
I want you to leave.
Vicky. Oh! Has she sent you here?
All right.
You know, I can't stand big...
Make up your mind. Oh, come on, guys. Hit him in the face.
I hope.
Oh, that was a...
Smart.
Whatever, I've got... If you don't need anything else...
I'm
Oh, you're either real dumb...
A total waste of time!
Oh! Oh, shit.
You gave me.
Ah, I see. I provoked a jet. So... They call me Blade. So if you don't have...
Blade won't be demanding any more protection money from you.
You really did it. I owe you. I'm so grateful to you. Doing what you did without asking for Shard. Hopefully now I'll be able to get back.
You're welcome.
Pleasure doing business with you. If you're ever in the area and want to buy or sell something...
What you got? I'm looking...
Yes.
I'm going to go with him to the clerics. They may be connected to the attack on the silo.
I assume Commander Orisa. Search the... Step forward and begin.
Ah, another I see your path has returned you to the...
Car Akron.
You still know my name. That is, interesting. We so rarely had the pleasure, after all.
You were a scout for the Ice Palace? You were quite the trap.
I never fully abandoned what...
You're being modest. I hear you're the first Elex...
You, the beast of Zakor, can call me Ekram.
been a while since I was called that. It doesn't fit me anymore.
And yet, you still follow... I assume you are here because of the...
There are a lot of things.
Well, that is interesting.
What do you plan to do about...
At the moment, we Albs are in... And we are not as... That means we are... We must be vigilant. That is one of the reasons I spend so...
Your leader...
I am an Elexitor of the Alps. I could do that. If you can win our people over, convince them of... If not, I can only give you a piece of fun. A fickle man is never as effective.
That...
Don't confuse my... I hardly need remind you. Prove you deserve the respect. Perhaps if you do so, I will And one more thing. The invaders are ferocious and determined opponents. If you value your life, you do well to steer clear of Maracor. They are most active there.
So we...
Yeah?
You owe me...
And you're... What are you?
Arissa ordered us to infiltrate...
Has she lost her fuck?
I don't like it any more than you...
Ugh. Having...
You don't like it? Take it up with Arissa.
You know as well as I do that it's more than you... Did she say...
She said...
Your lie is obvious. You're without rank. Get your... I won't be sharing ammo with you on... Once you've got everything...
I don't trust the agents.
Your mistrust is unfounded.
Now are you gonna...
Listen, the only...
If I can't trust you,
I just can't stand you.
am I supposed to just take that from...
Take it or leave it. You've certainly We could have been kings of the world. Instead, everyone who's ever met... For me, that's reason enough to expose your oh-so... Answered.
Did they have...
Don't worry, your empty little...
Let's get...
All right.
So, what's your plan?
You'll find out soon enough. Until then, you follow my instructions and shut up. know the cleric's base of operations?
Yeah.
Then your value to... I'm making statements, not... We'll go around.
If you say so.
Come on, move it. And keep it quiet. Stay close to my side and watch out for any moving shadows. I don't want any surprises.
Why are we stopped?
Just a feeling. I'll go on ahead. Watch yourself.
You
Two clerics up ahead.
All I see is a...
We're gonna have to get rid of those crystal rats before... There's a body missing.
What makes you say that?
These two are scout.
What the fuck were the
Looking for... We've been eating into their territory, so they've been struggling for supplies. But it was a...
War's point.
What the hell has gotten into you? Ignadon. The clerics would never be able to defend it.
And your
They couldn't stop us. When you look at it like that, they're lucky we drove them off. Whatever. Let's focus on finding...
After you.
Take whatever you... The attackers had no interest... Can't have been long since the attack. The trail's still fresh. Dead. That's what I thought. His injuries were probably too severe. You've dealt with the clerics before. What led to their collapse? Not...
Their faith was their downfall.
Faith. Oh, there's nothing more we can... Interesting fighting style.
That's high praise.
Just stay. If we hadn't beaten back the invaders, their plan might have worked.
You think they were trying...
You really can't. The trap was for the clerics. The loss of their scouts wouldn't have gone on. Their rear guard wouldn't have survived the ambush. But we were an unknown variable. But let's clear the... They've underestimated our strength. Caracas is unsafe terrain. That incident with the Strange One shows this all too clearly. We'll have time to rest when we reach the cleric's base. But until then, let's go for it. Just so we understand each other, we don't use violence against the clerics, all right? No matter what problems we encounter. Getting hold of information has absolute priority.
Why are you telling me that?
We need to find out how involved the cleric... Number of skirmishes doesn't seem to be dropping off. Over there! Rock dro-
Let's just...
Our options are limited if we want to keep... Apart from that, I'm not really sure about taking them out. The probability of a... I prefer these creatures to that purple... Their attacks are predictable, and that makes them a lot... Yeah, but I still...
Didn't I deal with those critters?
We're supposed to clear up the big things, yet we keep... I have to optimize our route. You'll... Our goal is drawing closer. Now for my alternative. We go through the mountain. This path should be relatively free of any danger. A life... Inside the mountain will be... Let's hit the road. Facilities like this often end up as connecting roads for primitive means of transportation. Luckily, we elves don't need archaic human devices.
You do realize we're on foot, don't you?
I prefer a raider, but Look out.
What are you doing here? Another goddamn fruit!
You deal with it. My expertise with the people is limited.
Hey, I asked you something. Who are you and where you from?
We're gonna go see the clerics.
Really? That's so. A human with an alb. Not every day you see that. Buzz will be delighted to meet ya.
Buzz? Who's that?
Our leader. And you're in luck. He just got back. We're a band of traveling merchants. We use this place as a base of operations. Usually we just do business on the road, but since we got guests, we can let them stock up on equipment here. Don't worry, we don't judge. Not even against elves. You'll find... Tell your companion...
Can we trust her?
Well, we're about to find out.
Good. I'll get... You go...
What's the holdup? You're the first guests here. Things are a bit messy, but whatever.
Where are you from?
Most of us were a part of Baxter's old gang, but then he went legit and started playing Mayor of the Crater, so we left. We didn't want any part of his junkyard utopia in the crater, so we left and came here.
Who told you about this place?
It was written on some paper from the old world. Took us a while to figure out what we'd be dealing with here. Then it all happened super fast. Pack up our shit and chase the vermin. That's pretty much it. Welcome to our humble home. Buzz will be back there. Go talk to him.
Looks like you're a long way. Pleased to meet you. I'm Buzz. I run this little... Now.
I'm looking...
Yeah, we did. So... Look, forget what I said about gear. Your friend here is pretty... If he's willing... It's a generous offer. I recommend you.
We're not locked in here with you. You're locked in here with us.
You trying to scare me, Candy App?
Wanna bet?
Yeah, I'm not as dumb as I look. But neither are you. Look, I've got a business to run. And you've got a whole lot of shards in those pockets. You can't bear to part with some shards.
You're not...
Merch. And if your friend here doesn't...
Here's my...
You fucking maggot!
goddamn humans! Without their leader, they'll soon... We're done. This way. At last. Fresh air. Remind me not to use this shortcut again for a while.
I'll keep it in mind.
The clerics are within range, but first we need to clarify something. Why did you take my side? After all, it wasn't about your armor. If I were you, I would have met the Reaver's terms without hesitation.
On principle, I don't abandon my partners.
Not even me? Huh. Interesting. Let's concentrate on our mission again. It's not far now.
And going.
We're at our destination. The cleric's base lies before us. This is where we part ways.
Where do we go from here?
Since the clerics are hardly likely to let me into their base, you'll take over that part. Listen, I found an ID card in Skibor's cleric uniform. Show it to the guard at the gate. It's a checkpoint. They'll certainly be able to do something with it. Depending on how they react, you adjust your behavior. Remember, our goal is to find out if Skibor was responsible for the attack on the clerics.
And what are you?
I'll wait for you to engage the guard and... If you don't succeed, maybe I will. Whatever happens, don't let the clerics know. If you're exposed, it... Oh yeah, and one more thing. Keep to yourself the news that those scouts are...
Have you seen this ID card before?
Wait, isn't that... Huh. You need to talk to Hagen. I suggest you find him right away. Here, take this back.
You and I have met before. Where have I seen that face? We met in the Hort. Right, in the Hort. I trained a lot of recruits there. You know, back when it was still in one piece. Finding a single half-decent recruit was a near impossible task. So I'll get to the point. It depends. To be honest, look, anyone who works for me my door is always open. You'll find me a fair... Take this. Any other questions? Did you know that's not... The way into their base is on the north. You're talking about the old tunnel system. They've been dealt... Their leader is... That's not enough. I can't spare anyone to... Nor can I justify assigning anyone. But if you want to go... What can you tell me about this? Where did you get it? I found it. Now answer my question. It does look familiar. but I want to make absolutely certain there's no mix-up on my part. I need to confirm that the name on this card is the same one I'm thinking of. And to do that, I need a particular log from the...
So where?
Talk to Keen.
Hagen sent me. You're supposed to give me a production log.
Right, of course. Well, good thing you came to me. It's in my chest. As a precaution, don't want...
Great.
Give the key to Hagen, as well as the production log.
I've got it. Now let's see if Hagen can cough up any useful information. My head. The infection. I've already forgotten about it again. If I don't get a handle on it, that thing is going to happen to me.
I'm just gonna ignore that.
We didn't receive a reply, sir. The scouts remain MIA.
And the search party?
Returned without success.
Damn it. That is a direct violation of my orders. They will move out again at 0600 hours tomorrow. Do you understand me?
Yes, sir.
Can't you see I'm...
Are you all right?
You think? Most of... Our scout... Good. I'll put that straight in the trash where it belongs. Now, answer me this. Other than... You know...
I know what happened. They're dead.
I don't believe you.
Want me to lead you to their corpse?
And it is true.
Does that...
No. I'll reduce your penalty.
Now, will you tell me about the ID card?
Of course. This card was given to a man who spent some time here. He settled quickly here. Knew his... That's why I assigned him to Kino. A big mistake. Wasn't long before he stole from us and then metal mostly, and no idea what he was...
He used the...
A bomb? Just so we're clear, if you find this man...
I could send you a piece of him, would that...
Huh. In that case, if on your travels you happen to run into anyone... As you know, our forces are being stretched extreme...
What?
Simple. As far as I'm concerned. No. Well... If the armor's really what you... I'll also ever since they began occupying Ignidon, the Albs have left... The elms...
Tell that old goat to get over here with the shards.
Hold your tongue. That's not proper behavior.
Over here! And? Were you able to prove...
No. It looks like Skibor just stole their metal.
That he deceived not only us, but them as well.
Yeah. We won't get anywhere with the clerics. What did you find out?
Not much, I thought. But thanks to your information, it could look different. Did you run into an outlaw dealer in there?
Could be. Why do you ask?
Unlike you, I haven't found a safe way in. But out here I observed two outlaws approaching the castle. Which sounds uninteresting, but may well have something to do with our case. They were sent to sell metal to the clerics.
How the hell do you know that?
I overheard them. So let's sum up the results. Here's the way I see it. Skibor takes advantage of his position and steals the metal. He goes to the outlaws and gets the bomb made. And all the metal that was left over, they wanted to hawk to the clerics again. Not exactly subtle, but certainly cunning.
So the outlaws are our next target.
Exactly. We still don't know how Skibor smuggled the bomb or his motivation, but I'm sure we'll find answers in the crater. If you got business here, get to it now. Otherwise, we'll leave.
I'm ready.
Good. I'll sync the coordinates with my adjutor. Then we'll teleport there. Or did you think we were gonna walk all that way?
Couldn't we have saved ourselves the trip to the clerics then?
You mean because I knew the coordinates of the castle? Well, I was hoping you'd take off while we were on the road. I was sure you wouldn't accept my command. How wrong can a person be? Besides, I have to admit your help has proven to be extremely useful.
Well,
our differences have been settled. No. It's a much more pleasant way to travel. Let's turn the crater upside down.
So, what do we do?
Our target is an outlaw named Viper. The two outlaws I shadowed mentioned him. And if I'm not mistaken, he's the one Skibor got the bomb from. I'll take the north of the city, you take the south. Objections?
No. Let's find this guy.
But don't go talking to just any random nobody. You need to specifically target people who have a lot of contact with others. Start with a gate guard. If you get to him before I do, put him through the ringer. You can do that without me. Everything will become clear soon. I can feel it.